Hi everyone, my name is Yu. Today I will talking about what are the effects of perfectionism on music conservatory student and how to overcome it. At first, I will give you a quickly overview about it. What is the perfectionism? What is the perfectionism for musician? Some findings about my papers. Why do we need to build a new model to help students reduce? How to build a new model? How to build a new program? And what activities can get more help? At first, we will talking about what is the perfectionism. It's always positively. Does it have to be completed? It's for the self-imposed standard that exists reality and a fixed mind's higher level of the self-criticism, expecting the higher standard from other, and it's kind of complex to someone, complex career one. So in fact, the perfectionism people often thinking about it's perceived as a positive, but sometimes it's not. In the field of the psychology, it is identified as anxiety behavior that is goes beyond the simple pursuit of the perfection. So it always involved the strength of for the self-imposed standards that in cases reality a fixed the mindset, a high level of the self-criticism, and sometimes also combine the expanding higher standard from others. So it's quite complex and multi-dimensional. And what is the professional for the musicians? Play the music professionally is kind complex career. That means you need to require a high level of the physical mental skills with the performance to be successful. And you need to involve condition all of your organs, muscles, brain, and hand. Similarities, the athletes and dancers and the more higher performers participant report that the participant experience anxiety and contrast stress due to an ambition, abusation with the analyzing their performance, which is encompasses not only the pursuit of the perfection and to desire to excite, but also anxiety about not being good enough or perfect. And then I will talking about some findings about my papers. I use this Gmail to analyze this database. So for the age of the samples, the mean and the mediums were 21.3 and 20. And it shows around of the sample of the age is more 20. And the mediums the value of the age is 16 and the maximum or 15.1. So the with the standard diversion is 3.164. It's quite large of the sample variability in the age. And I also find the table too about the gender of the samples. The number of the females and the males was the 226 and 900 and the 197. It's concerned about the females outnumbered the males, but overall the process also lived with the gender's description of the conceptual. For the instrument by the sample, the quite simple preparation of the sample is using the piano, cello, and flute. For the instrument group, strings was most used, and followed by the keyboard and woodwind. For the journal of the studies, the whole of the type of the studies is classical, was its highest than 94.6. For the year of the study, undergraduate one will probably much higher, and it will the size with the 14.8.2. I also find another interesting the results of the correlation analysis. I use the GMOV to analyze a person correlation analysis was conducted for the correlation between the perfections pursuit of the perfection, negative reaction to happiness, healthy promoting behavior, sleep quality, fatigue, perceived health, and the result. So I noticed that for the dimension of negative reaction to imperfection of perfectionism, the correlation of the confidence between negative reaction and to imperfection and the well-being is negative 0.363, and this correlation confidence reaches the 1% significant level. So it is considered that there is a significant current between the negative reaction to imperfection and well-being. And I also established about the regression analysis with the SWEM WB, and table 5 analyze with the health well-being, health performance HPLP GUM2, and table 7 is regression analysis the PSQI. And also find some the interesting the table 7 and table 8. So for the result about is among the conservatory students, the overall tendencies to strive for perfection did not show significant correlation with well-being, health promoting behavior, sleeping quality, and fatigue, preventive health. This suggests that more pursuit of perfection may not be significant to directly influence the experience or state of these dimensions. However, the station in different when focus on specific dimension of the professional, especially the negative reaction to imperfection, negative reaction to imperfection showed significant negative correction in terms of the well-being, health performance behavior, and perceived health. The stronger their negative reaction, the lower the well-being. The fewer the healthy promoting behaviors, and the poorer the perceived health. Meanwhile, the negative response, the imperfection, shows a significant positive correlation in terms of the sleep quality and figures. Implies that this negative response may lead to decreased sleep quality and increased fatigue. And why do we need to build a new model to help the new students? I think it's really helpful for the students' health well-being benefits. So it can lead to the stress, anxiety, and depression among the students. So we can use the new model to help students to teaching strategies to managing professional can improve their overall of the mental well-being. And it's also helped for the academic performance. So it can sometimes heighten the academic performance use the perfectionism by causing your procrastination or some fear of the fail, or sometimes the avoidance of the challenges. So addressing of the profession can help students to approach their studies with a healthy mindset and lead to better performance. It's always to help for the life skills. So we can use the learning to manage the perfection, the value of the life skills, such as the work environment, and you can use the benefit with the student to beyond your academic careers, help your relation can help you can help the student to navigate the relationship, your work environment, or your personal goals more effectively, or you can just write in your plan and the personal skill are quite good. And it can also develop our self-confidence. and it also gives us a sense of achievement. For the culture's resilience, it's also quite good because it can give our students to know about what is the resilience means, and by teaching the student how to embrace the imperfection, to learn about from the fail, and the teachers and the educator can help the culture resilience, which is can use the student to know about what is the resilience mean that, and it also can give our younger students to build a really good academic professional setting, and also it's also helpful the promoting about well-rounding development. So even if they have the really kind of the risk, and it's also have the explore the new opportunities. By addressing about the perfectionism, the teachers and educator can encourage the student to engage in a broad of range of their experience, and forces their personal and intelligence about the growth. Creating a sportive environment, so it can build a really model specifically and delicate to addressing for the perfectionism, send a really clear message that the educators and teachers acknowledge and care about the students' mental health well-being, and also need to take care about the negative the reaction effect about the professional. So it will provide a structured framework for the student to seek help and support the management the really details about the personality. And how to build about the new program to help. So we can use the setting reality scores, and we can also create the practice self collaboration, and coping with the failure with and the criticisms. We can also create some the workshop with the mindfulness and the stress redirection, and we can know about how to building the resilience and maintain the progress. Just like the really use for the cognitive behavior therapy, it's also more one of the most efficient approaches to help the students surrounding about suffer from the perfectionism, and how to build a new model for to interactive the exercise and activities. We can just use the diary or journaling promote to explore the perfectionism through thoughts and emotion. We can also role playing exercise to practice the assertiveness and broader setting. And we can also visualize the technique to imagine successful without the perfection. And we can also take the breath exercise for relaxing and stress reduction. What activities can get more help for students? So we can use the peer sports grants, a study skills workshop, the mentorship program or tutor program, some the career exploration event and the guest speakers service, or some the academic sport centers and the community service project, or some the culture diversity program and the wellness programs. So all of the activities can also help the student to know about the perfections and to deal with that. And thank you for your listening.